Hi, welcome to my 100% playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club following Yuri's route. And this is Act 1, Day 3. Yuri's the sort of person who would prefer words like unending, which are or other words that are typically longer and have sort of more negative connotations like uncanny. And I think grief, let me try and she would like disaster though. See, the problem is that Sayori likes these words as well. I need to make sure this jumps up and down each time I click on a word to sort of maximize me impressing her, is what I'm trying to say. She would like judgment. Doesn't like marriage, I don't think. Whirlwind, I don't think. No, she likes whirlwind, that's interesting. So I'm just looking up this guide. She likes graveyard, tell that for a fact. She also likes massacre, I think. Doesn't like marshmallow, doesn't like depression either. That's more of a Sayori word, so don't click on that. But desire, Yuri likes. Contamination is another good one because it's very long. And it has negative connotations. Aura she likes, which is interesting. Afterimage she likes, long word. Bad connotations, I think. Frightening. Yep, bad connotations, long word. Just like what she likes, because of deep, complex meanings, whatever she says. Empty, I think... No, I don't think she likes empty. It's more of a Sayori word, I think. Hope, definitely not. Eternity, I think... Yeah, it's another one she likes. Okay, good. I'm making good progress. Uncontrollable is one that she likes. Suicide, I think she likes... I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, she prefers that word. Cry, no. I think that's more of that Zuki word because it's like literally 3 characters long. Wonderful, no. Shopping, no. Agonizing, definitely she would like. Forgive, no, that's more of a Sayori word. Precious email, smile. Whistle, heart. I don't think she likes heart. It's not her sort of thing. Socks, no. Smile, infinite. I think. Yeah, she would like infinite. That's interesting. Like infinite possibilities, I don't know. Incongruent. And determination she likes. Right, last word, and that last word is gonna be unrestrained. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable over here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Jobby James. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Haha! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ha! I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. But even though... It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry or you wanted an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan conveniently to forget all that you spent all your money. Or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I'll come to lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And that only leaves the one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ha ha ha. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri? Tell Jobby James to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should know what to buy I can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ah! I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ah ha ha ha! I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's no way you can think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and I have to accept my revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess that's the little devil inside of us, inside all of us, isn't there? Hee hee hee. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I tricked Mizuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehehe. Prap. Gah! Out of nowhere, someone smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! That was... what? A cookie. Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ha ha ha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard a blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing in action though. Ha ha ha. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Hehehe. You're going through a lot just for one cookie. Sayori takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, do you think I'll give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Hehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Are you serious? Just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Ugh. Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She is pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Ahaha, I wouldn't be surprised. She probably is more desirable than all of us combined. Heh, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over a boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glanced at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, it kind of lost track of time. Ha ha ha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have heard it so I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monica. Not really. I just kind of started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once to get a bit better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jobby James. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Aha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really like the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave Sayori his mischievous escapade. I'm sure Nazuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone's settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Nazuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Eh? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we were reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Ah, no. I was kind of waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. You mind if I take some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make reading time here any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelf, the kind that with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk, then it'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, she moves really contrast to her speaking mannerisms. Especially their long legs, Yuri appears to be elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be back. Might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri is going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was a bit curious. That's kind of one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell it there's something wrong with helping involve Jobby James in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose nothing wrong with that. Well, let's go, Jobby James. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's not alright for Monica to judge people like that. Jobby James. How come even when I do something bad, you're always so nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as it makes you seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions. We can't always hide them away. We can amplify things in your head, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate something from emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Jobby James. I really like being friends with you. Ah ha 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 ha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk out to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Jobby James, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Should I do anything less when I'm making tea for others? Even though I'm not an expert or in tea or anything. In that case, you'll be even more impressed. And perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's Yuri's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Jobby James. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Jobby James, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. I could read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realise. No worries. I just have back pain very regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my your posture, right? I'm always hunched over like that when I'm reading. Hunched over like that when I'm reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why I should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. There's a small bag of chocolate candies that keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, and it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the reading position at last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies were even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides up closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kinda cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me the teacup. Holding it in my hand, that's not holding the book, I end up positioning that makes it even harder to focus. So I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume her world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get smudged on the pages. You're right. I didn't think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds the book so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on the top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and put it in my mouth. And I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me, as if she needs to confirm what just happened. Jobby James. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well... You're just helping. That's something that friends do. Right. I mean... Not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then... You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. This time Yuri's eyes meet. How did I even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Just like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take a chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Jobby James, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get a feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yes. Sayori first. Ooh, I like this one, Jobby James. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hehehe. That's not very helpful, you know. I'm not very good at figuring out poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things. Then it must be a good poem. Not sure exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know how kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why didn't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. Like you're always thinking about other people. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you like seeing something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes you have a little rain cloud in your head. A sad poem could give that rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice little happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. There it is. Maybe I'm just getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Jobby James. I should go right down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop up the scalp of the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like bundles of kittens. I reach inside of the thumb and my forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put the bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf. All the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding within the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off the bottle caps. Doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends, though, through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want bottles that much? I frankly pull them from the shelf, one after another, hold them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I can hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica told me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm not used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me to understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Aha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it with no more than a week later. I wonder if this will be one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Azuki next. Well, I admit, it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you putting some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't have to be all deep sounding to express something. You just gotta sound like you're forcing it until you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't even bother trying writing poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Azuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? Oh, what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would like this angsty. Just because she's talented writer doesn't mean Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve. Thought what I did was beyond me. I am so done with you. Azuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you write something else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. That's what I get for letting a young girl step onto my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Azuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Next, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Jobby James. This might be one of even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday you were telling me the kind of techniques worth practicing. I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I wanted you to try giving it some more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hand appears sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know what Yuri likes to think that before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really write for myself. And besides, people who would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share a poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing a bread from a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside the window. That was, I believe, it was the first time I noticed a strange tendency as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon is fed, would always come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon. Damn it, I'm having trouble reading that. On wage? I don't know what that says, sorry. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eyes of raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a nearly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following to me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry, more and more frequently, so is my bread becoming always handy. Each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Sorry about that. Gonna butcher that a bit. I was a little bit more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right! It's a bit close to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if it takes a face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, think of something different. People can relate in their own ways. I wanted to express the way it feels to indulge myself in more unusual hobbies. Those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why don't you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. You don't have anything like that, Jobby James? Well, yeah, I guess I do. It feels like everyone has something like that. The best we can do is respect each other's other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Jobby James. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. Now it almost feels like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're thankful for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. And lost off Monica. Hi again, Jobby James. How is the writing going? Oh, right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you could come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. You want to share your poem that you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I've read. Just wondering, have you been finding inspiration from Yuri's writing style? I guess so. I can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think of her poems are the most romantic. The best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, she's like light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I tried. Who knows what goes in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. That doesn't mean she wouldn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Haha, calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already gotten a boyfriend. She already got a boyfriend. What, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colours won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. Nestless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. So you're more abstract than the last one, huh? Haha! I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's this kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines especially short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what this is about though. What's it about though? Hahaha, sometimes asking a poem isn't about the right question. A poem could be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know what might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, doesn't even tip her out writing? What am I even talking about? Ha 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 ha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if anyone could come and sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, why do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just ends up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really get on with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've been designing some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Yeah, okay, that's great and all. But don't tell us we're actually going to be doing something for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. And the cool part is we're going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee hee. Sayori's been colouring a poster, holds up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't really start putting those posters up, did you? Ah, well, I did. You really think it's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot for them to ask to recite their poems out loud in a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put a good performance, then we'll inspire others to the same. When more people perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being inanimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And those are the reasons why we're all in this club today. If you want to share, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And it takes a bit of standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least I could do is to help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over with it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced over at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I have no choice. Aha! That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club's seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. It'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! It's all too sudden. Well, you can't recite your poems in front of the club. How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start off by everyone to feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips over a notebook to a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Then she stands up in front of the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Something that she's done before, or simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was going to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at all of us. You can do this, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes and starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is all the sun putting in so much effort? As if Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure. She enunciates with perfect timing. Must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into her and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. Aye! It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards. We give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Not that we didn't want to applaud for her. Not that we didn't applaud for her, but it caught us so off guard that we must have forgotten. As if we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah ha ha ha. Sorry, I giggled. It's the funniest thing. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try and think of it as you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your own poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. Her poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives you a whole new meaning. So maybe it's because this is what Sayori meant by she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone who I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Jobby James liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What's that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But that might be other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's... well, I've been practicing into that sort of thing. Like, kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't let me go before Jobby James. It's not like I compare it to you guys anyway. I might as well let Jobby James lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I also have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I've finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not very good as everyone else. Don't worry about it as much. I think less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that you'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the front of the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sonority disappears a little. Well, she's an enthusiast. Her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people. I mean, I was going to do it for other people, but it'll be way easier. I can put whatever face I want on other people, but when it's just my friends, it's a bit embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope you'll have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so make sure you know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I probably should have found some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's time for it today. I think the festival's coming up, so we'll write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll be planning... We'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can't do this. I can't do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. So if it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. I didn't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well... how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jobby James. You don't have to say it. Oh, whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how do we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. Say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of put me on a spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that sound my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That's got nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out what I'm seeing through your head right now. Sorry. Everything is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Hmm? You say so? The conversation trails off. I'm left feeling awkward. It's kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. As if something that makes her happy. I would hate to take that away from her. That's why there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? What do I have to say about what just happened there? My stomach was aching. I think it's because I ate too quickly before I started recording. See you then.